we're going to move on from this. I just want to say that John Jones lost that fight. Now
he did for sure.
He did. Yeah. You would agree?
Yeah, he lost.
I got 3-2. Won the last 2 rounds. That's all.
You got John first round. I mean, you got Reyes first round, second round. Third round, I can see is a little dicey. But
really? Okay, so you
third round's like not clear
up
for
in the
Dom.
air. Okay,
that's where that's where the controversy comes from.
Well, then you know what? You got to take the belt away. You got to take the belt away from the champ.
Yeah, Dom should have won. Any other state, he'd walk away the winner.
Well, can I ask you this? When a judge judges the first round, don't they give that card to somebody? So they can't. I think they once they judge the first round, they go, that's the round, and they give it to someone else who's neutral. I think. Unless they tally it all at the end.
They tally it all at the end.
They do.
Yeah.
That's not how boxing works. Because boxing, they'll judge the first round. Boom, they give
some it. They will, and you see on the card where it's in, like the numbers are typed in, and the rest is written in.
Right. Either way, Dominic Reyes fought a great fight, moving laterally, kept moving, never let John get off.
He looked great.
And he's a better boxer probably, and hits harder, I think.
I don't know if you can say any of that. John's the most successful light heavyweight to ever do it, so I don't know if you can say he's a better boxer.
I'll tell you this. I think Reyes is every bit the athlete John is probably. Would you?
Better athlete. He's a better athlete, not a better fighter.
Oh, but you say better athlete. Okay, so he's a serious athlete.
Yeah.
Because you could
play
see
Division I AA ball. He's like stud. He's like a team captain. Stud.
Oh wow,
Yeah.
Football. Big.
Didn't get invited to any like NFL camp or anything, but then he started training and fighting.
Well, there you go. And Southpaw, I believe.
He knew both. Yeah, he's a
stud. And hasn't been fighting that long though, right?
That's his 13th fight.
It's not a lot. Wow.
I know.
Yeah, I think they fight again. John's got some problems, and I'll tell you something else. No, I'll tell you something else. I think if John tries to fight Stipe Miocic, I think he gets knocked out.
Interesting.
And all due respect,
completely off the John.
This
is MMA in general.
All due respect. No. All due respect.
I'm out, dude.
No, I'm not.
All the time.
No, I'm
out.
I'm all due respect to John Jones, who I love.
Yeah.
I say this with respect.
Yeah.
If he fights Stipe Miocic, he gets knocked out, and I'll break it down for you. Stipe Miocic is going to if Stipe gets John against the cage the way Reyes gets John against the cage, Stipe hits so hard, and I think he's going to connect and knock him out. If it gets into a boxing match, which it will, because I don't think John can wrestle with Stipe, but he's going to have just as much trouble or more trouble with Stipe because he's a better wrestler than Reyes. So then the wrestling gets neutralized. You got that front kick, you got that thigh stomp. I think Stipe closes distance on that, and then now it's a boxing match. And if he gets in a boxing match, Stipe wins.
Sure. And you should bring this to Stallone's house, and they're going to love it.
You don't agree with that?
You
don't agree with that?
Here, hold on. When you do it here,
Yeah.
So when you say wrestling's neutralized,
Yeah.
let's go off. Let's just start with your first comment. Neutralized.
Yeah.
Would you say DC's a better wrestler than Stipe?
Yes, I would.
Okay. John took him down several times.
I understand.
So that doesn't neutralize that whatever.
Didn't take down Reyes. Great takedown defense.
Hold on. Let's just go off facts.
Okay.
Took him down, didn't control him.
Stood up. Correct.
Also took him down in the fourth and fifth because he was losing the fight. That's how you know Dom was winning the fight.
Yeah.
Because when's the last time we saw John shoot?
Right.
He knew he was losing the fight. That's why he shot.
Correct.
He could have took him down whenever he wanted, but he realized he was losing down on the scorecard, so he started taking him down.
He doesn't take Stipe down anytime he wants.
Well, again, took DC down, took Gustafsson down.
Yeah.
Took down much more credible wrestlers.
Not as big. I think that plays a factor. I think Stipe's big. I think he's an excellent wrestler. So I think what happens is if they get into clinch game, I'm favoring Stipe. If they get into a takedown thing, it's going to be tough to take Stipe down. Here's what I mean. I don't think John's takedowns are a threat, any more a threat to Stipe than to anybody else, or less so. So I don't think Stipe has to game plan for that takedown. That's what I'm saying.
No, okay. So John has the most takedowns ever in light heavyweight history.
Light heavyweight, not heavyweight. Big difference.
And so DC beat Stipe. John beat him twice.
Yeah. Yeah, and Stipe knocked... wait, I'm sorry, say that again?
Stipe knocked DC out.
Yes.
DC knocked Stipe out. Reverse that. DC knocked Stipe out, then Stipe knocked DC
Correct.
out. John beat DC twice.
That's right.
Once by head kick.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It's gonna be interesting. You
represent the MMA community.
No,
where a guy has a little bit of trouble, and everyone's like, he's beatable.
He's very beatable.
We're out.
He's beatable. For a guy like Stipe, I think if they get into I think it's going to come down to a fisticuffs, and if it does, I believe Stipe knocks John out.
Not
and that's not saying I'm not being disrespectful. I'm just saying that I think that's Stipe he knocks so many people out. He's got that. He's just so fucking powerful.
Mm-hmm.
I think he probably hits harder than Reyes. I think that's fair to say, just by heavyweight.
Yeah.
And I think that you can't. I believe also though John may adjust. I think John's highly intelligent and he'll adjust and not maybe fight the same way he fought against Reyes. Game plan, but.
John's never lost a rematch ever. Finishes the guy every time they've had a rematch.
He did that with Gustafsson. We'll see.
NDC.
Yeah, that's true.
It's like I'm talking to MMA Forum right now.
No.
Everyone's like, I'm out. He's older.
I didn't say
I
I'm
think
out.
he beats the Shez. I think he beats the Shez, Stipe.
Well, I guess we'll have a gentleman's bet on that because I'm saying Stipe.
A gentleman's bet, I'll bet you $5,000.
Okay, and I don't want to go crazy because it's MMA.
And you're not going to pay.
No. But Stipe will knock him out. That's what I'm saying. I think that they're going to get into a boxing match, and I don't think anybody can handle Stipe's power, and I think it's going to get into that. I think it's going to get into a boxing match.
Cool, man.
Yeah, and you disagree with that?
I'm just not on the train of John's going to lose his next fight or any of that. I think
He's fighting the best heavyweight of all time in some ways, a heavyweight. I'm not saying he's going to lose his next fight. He's fighting Stipe Miocic.
No, I know. Do you know what's going on with Stipe now with his eye and back and all that?
I don't.
He hasn't fought in a while. So when you go off like someone who's like, as far as like aging, Stipe would be the more long in the tooth as far as.
How old is Stipe?
I'll check.
He's a firefighter.
Yep.
He's had some wars.
I didn't like the way he was talking after the
37.
That's up there. How old is John?
32, I believe.
Yeah.
32, 33. But the thing is I'm not too worried about the age. Obviously, he's definitely younger, but just as far as damage taken.
Yeah, there's a lot of damage. Yeah, there's a lot of damage there. So
his wars with JDS, like those were tough, man.
Yeah,
the Overeem fight was tough. Like he's had some wars. Man.
Wars.
Again, there's arguing he's the greatest heavyweight of all time.
Yeah, that's all I'm saying. And I think his boxing is. You know what it looked like to me? Honestly, it looked like John wasn't willing to. I was like, why isn't he jabbing? Why isn't he throwing shots? I think what happened was they were like, look, Reyes knocks everybody out. Don't get into a boxing match with him. Kick him, keep him at a distance, pick your shots, which made sense, right? Because they were in boxing distance. I was like, why is John not getting in these? But then I saw Reyes dipping and throwing uppercuts.
Reyes is a counter puncher, fights up the back foot, yeah.
Yeah, and I was like, Jesus, okay, that makes sense. Because I couldn't figure it out. And then I was like, well, you don't want to get into a brawl with that guy because he's really powerful. So that's what I'm saying. And I don't know. I don't know how. I don't know how they avoid getting into boxing distance, and now I favor Stipe. Is that fair?
I mean, I guess John's the greatest of all time in boxing distance. He'd be Gustafsson, who I've seen annihilate world class heavyweight boxers in boxing. He's amazing. We can go down the list.
John Jones is amazing.
I know, off the one fight.
You're acting like I'm dissing John. I'm not.
No, I'm acting like you. I don't know. Maybe it's because you thought John got outclassed in boxing.
I didn't think he got outclassed at all because I didn't see him box. I think that his camp probably said, "Don't box with him. Kick him.
I don't
keep
think
him
they
at a
said
distance."
that.
No.
I think Dom was moving so much.
Yeah,
He's moving nonstop.
Yeah,
so just you keep saying this
smart
boxing
way to fight
distance.
Smart way to
so
fight
it's
him.
like
yeah, very smart way to fight him. Just kept moving back and forth and all that. It was fucking smart.
Yeah, Dom looked phenomenal, man.
Yeah,
phenomenal.
He did.
We'll see. Hopefully that's a fight. You're not gonna get the rematch. UFC doesn't do rematches, really.
You're not getting a rematch.
I don't think so.
But
I don't think it goes well for Dom when they rematch. It's just
because John
the way you were gonna beat him. That was your one time to do it, and then it's like it's over, man.
Well, that makes sense because John was winning 4 and 5, I think.
Oh yeah, well everyone thinks. Yeah. No one gave Dom 4.
Yeah, and if 3 was up in the air, then it was a good decision.
Well,
you can't. He's the champion.
I gave
he's
Dom.
The champion.
See, I don't.
Really?
I don't do that. A 5-round fight, a 5-round fight.
Yeah.
Whether it's on the prelims or what, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It's a fight. Dom won 3 out of the 2.
First time I've ever seen John Jones lose. If he did lose, it's the first time. So Reyes did an amazing
That Gustafsson
job.
fight was close.
That was close.
Man.
That was close.
The Santos fight was a split decision.
Yeah.
He's fighting dogs.
Dogs.
Now, I would argue that John didn't take this fight serious.
Oh.
And I'm not taking away anything Dom did, but I would argue that John was out at the Super Bowl festivities the week before. Now, what he did there, I don't know. But if I have the biggest fight in my life coming up, which every title fight for him is the biggest fight of his life, I'm probably not going to be in Miami at the Super Bowl partaking in festivities.
Very interesting. Very interesting.
I think it's hard for John to get up for these fights. I really do.
Really? Mm-hmm. Psychologically?
Because they're not big names, and he's just like, I'm so much better than these guys. It's just like, whatever.
Huh.
I think he's getting older, and these guys are young and talented. Dom's so talented. So even the public has him as a 4-1 dog, but Dom has all the skills.
Yeah.
If John hangs around long enough, they're just going to catch up with him. It's just the way it works.
Of
Catch
course,
up. There's going to be somewhere.
of course.
If that fight's in any other state, John loses.
And that's
The judges probably lose that.
That's all.
But my thing is, if you give him Stipe and the world heavyweight title is on the line,
He's training.
do you think John's going to get up for that fight?
Yeah, I do. I'm very excited about that fight.
I hope they do it. I don't know.
You don't think you think there's a chance they won't?
I don't know. Who knows what the UFC's going to do? Who knows? It's really what John wants.
He's defended his 205 title, like Rogan said. He's more than anybody else.
14. Well, hold up. Defended the title more than anybody.
Yeah,
Take her out.
that's incredible.
14 times.
That's incredible. So he's the
14,
greatest
dude.
fighter to ever step into the octagon,
Yep.
without question. So if he beats Stipe, I'll build a fucking shrine to him.
Yeah, hopefully they do it. Hopefully Stipe wants it. Like, it'd be fun, man. I hope it happens.
Yeah.
I'm not too interested in the rematch. I don't know.
So Stipe's got an eye issue. He took a beating with Cormier.
There's something going on with his body. It's eye, right?
Apparently his eye was cleared though, and then he still didn't want to come back. He's saying he wants to heal it more, and that's why Daniel Cormier was like, "Come on, what are you doing? Like, we should get this fight back, this rematch."
Jesus.
Eye issues, nothing to joke around. Is it? Yeah, I don't know. It's not good. No. Again, he's had some wars, dude. Great fight, though.
Great fight. Loved it. Excited.
I'm saying Stipe John would be a great fight.
Mm-hmm. I'll tell you this right now.
Yeah.
Watch your tone.
Okay. What's going to happen? What are you going to do? Use some of that boxing you've been doing?
Don't you fucking disrespect.